Okay. I've been reading this book. I mean, I haven't been reading it. It lays around my house. I occasionally open it up. But anyway, here it is. It's called The Atom, a visual tour. And in this book, it's talking about matter and, stuff, things, everything, stuff. And, we like to think that matter is solid, and it's really not. It's really, oh man, like everything that you think is a solid thing is actually just mostly nothing. And to illustrate that, I went outside and I grabbed this little guy. It's just a little itty bitty bit of rock, It's approximately the size of just kind of your typical everyday beach sand. Just a little itty bitty rock. It's approximately a millimeter in diameter. And just a little guy. I could easily lose him. Now, okay, hold that thought. I realize that wasn't much of a thought to hold on to, but I'm entrusting you to hold on to the thought of that little bit of sand. Now, matter is made up of atoms. And atoms are these really weird things. They've got this little bit in the center called the nucleus, and then they've got some electrons flying around, or maybe just one electron. But anyway, it's got electrons flying around. Well, kind of flying around. It's complicated. But an atom is the kind of fundamental unit of matter, and, well, atoms don't like to get too close to one another. They need space. Sort of like people. You get somebody up in your bubble, well, you want them to back up a little bit. And atoms are sort of like that. And it has to do with electrical charges. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. So if you can imagine an atom, a little nucleus with some electrons around it. Hey, kind of like this. I know this is out of focus for you. I apologize. So you've got nucleus and you've got electrons flying around. If we enlarged an atom so that the nucleus was that large, where do you think the electron, area would be? Where would the electrons be around the nucleus if the nucleus was that large? And you look at, say, the cover of this book, and hey, it's got a little picture there. And I can't even get it close enough to the camera, I don't think. It's there. And so you kind of imagine it being sort of like that, where, you've got this nucleus here, and the electrons are just, like right there. Right? So if it was, we're going to try really hard not to drop this, because if I do, I'll lose it. If the nucleus was that large, the electrons could be anywhere within a sphere about the size of a football field. I realize a football field is not a sphere, but if you imagined a sphere with the diameter of around 100 meters or yards, whatever. That's how much empty space there is in matter. There wouldn't be any other atoms within that area because of their desire to be individuals. I realize they don't always want to be individuals. Sometimes they want to make molecules. In fact, most of the time they want to make molecules, but they still keep their distance. This is a horrible explainer. I realize that. I apologize, but this is what I've got. I've got a little bit of sand, and oh boy, and just kind of a little brain exploder thought. Does this keep anybody else up at night? Because it does for me. All right. Thank you.